here.
Yeah, and you've got Redgar playing in a position to cut off rotations. A great start out from GTN, though, because that's the thing. Like, Gambit had established heaven control, right? They had that to them, and losing them up there, I mean, is a big deal. We'll see if they're able to continue to double down on it. Redgar's going hunting. He's not just worried about cutting off rotations. He wants to cut things off way earlier off, but Saadhak gets two big openers as well. Gambit, I don't know that they're going to be able to get onto the site. Yeah, Redgar dealt some damage over by B, but that's really all he had, and that leaves Sheydos in a pretty brutal 1v4.
Ooh, dominant stuff there, and it didn't look those saved Spectres on the back of Vikings here. And full purchase here for Gambit. And look how aggressive Defo is.
Well, and it was off the gravity wall that was there. They had the setup that they wanted, and it was off of FRZ peeking mid. So Defo goes hunting, tries to find something, and there was just too much firepower on the other side.
Need that back.
Unfortunate stuff. I wonder, was there a bird that Defo was following? I missed that, but certainly Defo felt like he could absolutely capitalize on that space. Love that sort of aggression. It doesn't work out for him this time around. And for Gambit, they're just, that barely missed him. Barely missed him. Nats doing Nats things, taking over this A heaven control. And this should eventually allow the Sky, you can see towards mid, either they're going to meet up together and create some sort of A heaven control, A heaven split, or Nats is just going to create a distraction and he's going in.
Well, yeah, and the alarm bot that was there gave his position away. That triggered the fault line, and you're right, he went in to try to find some of that, but Vikings, they had all of their bases covered in a sense to kind of catch Nats going in there. That's going to force Gambit to turn their attention towards B, and it's kind of worked out so far as Chronicle was able to get the opener. There was a ghost back site, and it was good to take care of Redgar, but not much more. That should allow Gambit to get onto the site and get the spike down, but the question is, are they going to be able to hold it? They have the weapon advantage in a pretty considerable manner too, right? Like, Sacy only has a Sheriff, no armor to work with either. If they can keep the members of Vikings at bay, they should be able to get onto board here, Potter.
They should. Sky used a flash a little bit early, wasn't able to capitalize off that. Not any more utility left here for Gambit. Sheydos, he's going to have to get this kill.
Sheydos. That was kind of scary to look at, but Chronicle. All right, so Chronicle was able to get one. Sheydos, he's going to have to force his way out of garage. Saadhak swinging around. One kill, but doesn't get the second as Saadhak got it to half, and he's going to get the defuse. Vikings up.
Baking this B heaven.
That should draw the util out. Nice dash away to stay alive, but you're right, it is all a fake. It's just enough to draw out utility. So they got a good bit of that out. They got the paint shells, they got the slow orb as well. Now they can turn their attention towards A, where they should be playing off of the lockdown. It's going to be countered by one of their own. Redgar creeping his way forward onto the site, trying to find some space to work with some room to breathe. This Defo's up in heaven, providing cover fire. Both going to go off, and it looks like both teams should be able to get away unscathed. The stalemate, a gentleman's agreement, if you will, and now things are open. Now both teams press go, and now the kill feed lights up. 4 seconds left. Chronicle looking to get the spike down, should be able to do so. A 3v2 in favor of Vikings. Rolling Thunder coming out, and he's been knocked up into high heaven, but the Nanosword provides enough cover for Chronicle to get two, but he's not quite done with the job. Sutecas has to go in aggressive. The Viper split comes down, and he's not taking the bait. He's going to wrap his way around. He might get the timing on this Potter, but he's got to land it just right. Not able to land the shots. Chronicle, huge there for them. They should have. So hard to count out Vikings here. They also have two ultimates to work with. We'll keep an eye and see if they invest those, but their utility usage has been so good.
Yeah, and GTN, he's just one away from the showstopper. If you talk about ultis, Defo, he's going to have to be extra cautious here, make these bullets count. Two members, Chronicle, he's good for one, but he gets immediately traded out. And look at the spike, Doug. No one is near it to pick it up.
That's the thing, Potter. 1-for-1s on the side of Vikings here. That feels good, right? Like, you take those, and that's all it's been, back and forth. They haven't been able to really lean into the gun advantage that they have. If you're trading kills, that's great for Vikings.
You take those. You absolutely take those. The spike finally gets collected by Defo, and he's going to meet back up into the site, but both defenders have made their way here. Again, Jesus, GTN, he's one away from the showstopper. Oh, he's definitely going to take some damage from this.
Good on Sheydos to open things up. GTN's gonna have to be crispy with the Sheriff. That's crispy, but the dash forward, he had the showstopper. Discipline, they haven't moved an inch, and it's probably because of the Killjoy utility that's telling them that, hey, this is not real, right? Like, the Killjoy turret has not gone off, the alarm bot hasn't gone off as well. You can't believe that Cosmic Divide, and that's why they stay put.
Yeah, you can't believe it. And the stopping power, that combo, the Sage Slow, and the paint shells off of Race, it's just too damn much to deal with. So Gambit, they pivot, and they make their way back towards A. They're almost in the site, but Doug, there's only 20 seconds left on the clock.
Now this one's interesting because they double down on the fake again. That draws out the defensive Cosmic Divide. Now they're going to try to work their way towards A side. Saadhak's going to have his hands full. Oh, yeah, he's got nothing. That should open the door for Gambit to get onto the side and get the spike down in time. Sheydos flashed up, and doesn't matter. Defo there to help as well. Sutecas a lonely man right now.
Oh, beautiful shots coming in here. You know, in those moments, you just kind of flood in. The trades, the spacing at that moment, it's just all chaos. It's all hectic, it's all chaos. We'll see a lot of pressure this time. Everyone's fighting for mid.
Defo wants to go, Defo wants to find, and Defo does. And it was off of the Trailblazer, right? The Trailblazer followed, he swung out from Sewer as they were able to take mid space, and then the flash to get him into ropes to find the opener. That was pretty.
Definitely pretty. GTN, the jig hasn't been up. Oh, but he peeks right into Redgar's crosshair and just punished for that mid-round aggression. Look at these two. Just biding their time down in Sewer. Look, if Defo goes down there,
one,
whack-a-mole!
Man, just so good. So good. You can tell they were trying to wonder, how do we want to approach this? How do we want to do this? A prime gaming flawless coming out from Gambit. Exactly what the doctor ordered. Trailblazer mid, Defo follows it up, but this time they Astra smoke ropes to give him some safe passage into Mail, but the wall goes up. Defo's antics are kept at bay for now.
Or his teammates are gonna go ahead and break that off for him. This should make the Vikings have to respond. They've got to react. There's the Astra Orb. Oh, nice. Huge pickup. FRZ showing a little bit more than I think he intended there.
And see rotations right off of that. If you look at your minimap, you see both GTN and Sacy, they started to rotate back. They got halfway and then kind of thought things through again, but you know, I've drawn attention to it, but Gambit's ability to manipulate what their opponents are thinking is so integral to their success. It's been their bread and butter. It was that way at Masters 3, and we're seeing some of that here now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, if you're Redgar, if you're on Gambit, you're absolutely just thrilled about the fact that majority of these rounds so far, I believe, probably in the last 5 rounds, Gambit have had all 5 members alive by 30 seconds left in the round. They're defaulting extremely well. And the Killjoy ultimate's gonna go ahead and go down to try to defend off the speed.
Well, and that's the thing, right? That's another instance where Gambit is drawing out our ultimates with a fake. They draw out the lockdown towards B. There's nobody there. They invest their own Cosmic Divide. Now the Rolling Thunder coming out from Vikings as they're going to have their hands full. Sutecas again in a position where he's going to have to go huge. And so far, so good as Sutecas gets 2. Chronicle managing to get the spike down, but Sutecas has not been dealt with. The clip runs dry as he falls. Chronicle avoiding things there. 1v1 is all that's left, and Saadhak, the savior for Vikings in this round, gets the defuse.
Incredible round here for Vikings. Sacy, the MVP within this round. I don't know if he even got a kill, but the utility that this man's brought into this round, he held off the hit. All back towards this A ramp. I think this is going to indicate that they do actually want to end A late.
You should run.
We've seen these defaults around before. The spike is down outside B, Gambit just taking their time. Interesting Killjoy ult towards mid here. I like this. This is really gonna screw with the Vikings rotations once this is all done and over with.
Breach utility to clear it out. They invest. Oh my god. Oh no, they're going! GTN gets 2 off the showstopper. They were sitting ducks, they had nowhere to go. Now Gambit trying to figure out, how do we approach this round? We've got members in tatters. We only have the Bladestorm to work with as well. And Defo's so weak. They do have the spike. Maybe some Astra utility gets him through, finds him the safe passage onto the site, but you've got 2 members from Vikings there. The Cosmic Divide's going to fall out as well as Gambit creep their way forward. 30 seconds left. The Bladestorm comes online. Nats. Oh, GTN, you're not quite done yet, are you? Still playing backside. Defo's got to find some value with that thing. There we go. That's exactly what they needed. A 2v2 is all that remains. Make that a 2v1. Sacy, you mentioned it, Potter, the MVP in a position to go huge for his team. Again, great flash, but Nats gets 4.
Not want to mess with that area of the map. They know there's a lot of bodies towards there. They're shifting towards A, but this is pretty obvious here, Doug. I think for Gambit, they're going to have a pretty good idea that the hit is coming towards A.
And they have all of the utility from the Killjoy set up to be able to kind of take care of that. There we go. Exactly what we were just pointing out. Chronicle's turret and the Nanoswarm combination is so difficult to get to. And now we're getting to crunch time in the round, right? There are only 30 seconds left. If you're going to commit to a site, you're going to have to do it soon. The alarm bot giving away the rotations, and you see it go back, right? Sheydos is already hustling back. You've also got Redgar in an aggressive position. This is textbook out from Gambit, but the kill doesn't come through. That should get Vikings onto the site.
Love this pivot. Such a decisive, quick call for Vikings. They're going to have to get the spike planted and make all these frags count. It's come down to a 3 versus 3 post plant here. Oh, no.
Yeah, looking to attempt the retake. Sutecas drops. Spike ticking away.
Sacy
holding things off just fine. Sacy with a great shot. Makes it a 1v2. FRZ's got a lot he's going to have to deal with, but if he's able to isolate the gunfight, he might have a chance at things. He's got the classic, and he still has a bit of armor to his name, Chronicle on the tap. Pulls it right back, the turret to provide some cover, but they're going to have to do this soon. I don't know, Chronicle getting into half. FRZ, you got to challenge it. He challenges it, but Chronicle lands the shots at just the right time and gets it a fuse.
Turret, man. Turret is MVP here in this round, just tanking a lot.
We saw it in the previous half, the Trailblazer, and then Defo works his way forward. These two have been so tightly knit together on this map. They're consistently playing around each other, and that was the bullying that you mentioned. Saadhak already has to give some of that space back. A shot right to the face. His Killjoy's down.
Whack-a-mole once again. Defo and Sky. Duo combo pushing through, and take a look at Sheydos. He's not stopping. He's already in attacker spawn, and he's going to make the big flank all the way around. The members of Vikings, they have B-Heaven control, but look at this Viper Molly off the alarm bot of Killjoy.
Not enough yet, but you saw the turret that triggered that somebody dropped down, and that's why you saw the op shot there. There's Nats creeping his way forward. He manages to find the opener on GTN. FRZ still down there as Nats drops.
Spike down.
Here comes the spike, finally making its way onto the site to join FRZ. He's 1 point away from having that res online as well. Cosmic Divide coming out. Still got to get the spike down. The delay is there. Defo.
30 seconds
opener
left.
You got.
Sheydos finally making his way to the site. He's finally here. I think he's going to probably be the first point of contact. Maybe he's waiting for his teammate to get contact, but Defo gets taken out.
FRZ getting a little spicy with it, as Sheydos does as well. Vikings fall apart there at the end, and you know, really for them to have gotten as far as they did, they got the spike down, right? Like it was tough treading for a little while, but they got in there, they got the spike down, they had the setups, and even FRZ going aggressive onto Defo there through the Cosmic Divide was a great setup, but it just wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough.
And with that, Defo should... Well, the thing is, they don't have any personnel mid. Okay, so there's a Trailblazer that comes out. That's going to allow Defo to take more of an aggressive position up in mail to hold down mid with that op potentially. But you see Vikings through that. They've kind of given up this idea of working their way mid. They're going to get into sewers to try to lean towards A. Once again, when you go towards A, you're going to have to deal with all of this Killjoy utility, this time coming out from Chronicle and the Bulldog to boot.
Yeah, and Sacy, he's going to have to make a decision here. Does he want to use his ultimate before they get into the site or save it for the actual retake? And there's my answer. He's going to go ahead and use it before. I don't think he's going to get much off of it. Nats and Chronicle already fine too.
Yeah, GTN not able to convert off of that raise, and as quickly as things started, they come to a screeching halt, and really off of that, you see Gambit already on the rotate. Redgar trying to take some more of that space away. Nice shot out from Defo. He's going to get a shot at another one here. The flash. Not exactly what they were looking for, but Sacy.
30 seconds left.
I just don't know that there's enough there. I mean, maybe, but you still got to yank so much of it back in your way. And you've got Redgar, again, making sure there's nobody rotating back. They can double down on this defense on A.
Yeah, this is going to be so tough, especially because Sacy took a lot more damage than I'm sure he wanted. 10 seconds left on the clock. At this point, it's looking like Vikings just want to save their guns. Hopefully go into the next round, make something happen. Not a bad call either. You take a look at the ultimates that are going to be coming online. We've got the Showstopper. We've got the Killjoy ultimate. So definitely some options into the next round. He's going to have to survive. Okay, he's good.
Potter, let me ask you this. Given the fact that that put Gambit into map point early on in this series, probably what, 9 times out of 10, do you feel like it is? Oh, the turret, yep.
Oh, no.
Give him the shoulder. He doesn't take it off. Saadhak swings out. The Nano Swarm there, and look at all of this utility coming in as the rest of Vikings work their way towards A. You've got Nano Swarms, you've got Alarm Bots, and guess what? You've got Chronicle, or else you had him, at least for a moment. Vikings finding some space.
They are, but they haven't had to deal with Nat's ultimate in B main yet this half. I'll be interested to see exactly how they react. I think Saadhak, as soon as he turns this corner, he's going to realize, and this should probably make Gambit second guess, or at least do something else. And take a look at Sheydos again. Look at where he's at on the map.
Sneaky, sneaky guy. Saadhak playing in and out of the Viper's pit. And I mean, they have some time to switch off if they want to. This is sitting on a ticking time bomb. Sheydos can get the timing just right, and he does. And unfortunate for Saadhak as well, as he looks away at the worst possible time. But with that, you kind of have to go, right? You have to get onto the site. Sacy tries doing that and manages to take care of Redgar along the way, swinging out around the pillar, but you're going to have to mess with the guys that are in the Viper's pit. Defo an up barrel down his throat as he cleans him up. Sacy's the last alive. He's gotten 3. He's going to need 2 more to play another round, and he's going to get a shot at him. The flash gets 1. He got 4 on the